Welcome to Rabble Rousers Sports Talk.
Rabble Rousers!
Rabble
Rabble
Rousers,
Rousers!
Rabble Rousers. So I do have breaking news for you, though.
Wait, what kind of breaking news? You gonna break it? Break it.
The Buccaneers just traded Tom Brady.
What?
April
What?
Fools.
Oh. Oh. You're tearing at my heartstrings.
Yes.
I feel
I
like
was waiting for that all day to do that.
I feel like I feel like after that it should be a
Well, hey, maybe.
Man. Yeah, well, I think that coincides with our first topic then.
Yes, it is.
It does.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Topic number one. Aaron's retiring. You want to take this or you want me to take this?
Wait, Bruce Arians? So hold on. I do. Only because I feel like there's some irony, comedic irony in all this, because you made a joke about, Brady retiring and
Yeah.
April Fools and all that. And I feel like this, even though it didn't happen on April Fools, it feels like a joke because it's like, hey, you get your all-star quarterback back, you get, the whole gang back together. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go. Wait, what? You got Brady back. You bouncing? So here's my theory.
Okay.
Tom Brady has had serious coaches all of his life. Example, Belichick, right? He doesn't mess
Yeah.
around. I don't think Belichick has a sense of humor. But Arians,
No.
no, not at all. I don't even think I've seen the man smile. But Arians is the polar opposite of Belichick. You know what I'm saying? I think he's looser. He has more fun. I wouldn't be surprised if they all had a beer at the end of practice kind of guy. And I feel like
Maybe.
I feel like Brady had a hand in this. I don't know for sure, but I feel like that happened. What say you?
He's retiring because he wants to give the job to Todd Bowles.
Well,
Best
that's the
friends.
story.
It is a story. So now the question is, does he deserve the spot?
Well,
Let me break it down to you.
right, you please do.
He's 26-41 as a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
He went 2-1 as the Dolphins years ago, just for being a replacement coach
Mm-hmm.
for the last 3 games. Then he finally gets a job as a Jets. First year, 10-6. Okay. Then you go 5-11, and then you go 5-11, and then you go 4-12.
Mm-hmm.
There's a thing it's called. Some people are better at different coaching positions than a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great defensive coordinator. Look at what's the coordinator for the 49ers
What?
when Harbaugh was I
Oh,
can't think of his name now.
talking about Nolan? Or are you talking about
No,
Singletary? Talk.
not secondary.
Okay.
When Harbaugh was the head coach and he had his defensive coordinator.
Ooh, my brain hurts. I don't remember.
Yeah, can't think of it. But he was a great defensive coordinator, and then he got a job as a Broncos head coach. Didn't do too much. Is some people just not suitable for a head coach? They're better maybe at offense coordinator or defense coordinator.
More of a position
Um,
coach. Yeah.
yeah, and nothing wrong with that. And
No.
you had your chance. Did I think Bruce Arians set him as a success? Yes, but can you keep that success?
Right. I mean, you have Tom Brady for a max one more year. You know what I'm saying? You have that a majority of that team. So he's not a forever coach. He's already proved that he's not a forever coach. This is a Band-Aid that they're putting over this wound really quick. They're going, crap, what do you do? Done. Just let Brady decide from there. I think that's pretty much going to be the scheme for the rest of the whole year. Just whatever Brady says, sure. So
and then in the end, it's like you have Tom Brady, and then he didn't have too much with the Jets, but he didn't build nothing with the Jets. So now you're maybe trying to get a quarterback in the draft. Hopefully you can maybe get a backup quarterback and learn from Tom Brady.
Yeah.
That's another question. But
I mean, there's not any quarterbacks in the draft worth, I don't know.
No. There's not.
No.
So it's a weak class for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a steal in the draft? Maybe it's like we overlook something.
I mean, Tom Brady was a steal. Tom Brady was a steal. You know, you never know.
Exactly. So I was like, my thing is the first year might do good for Todd Bowles, but after that, I just don't know if he can keep this what he's having his first year.
Right. He's built up well for 1 year as long as nothing disastrous happens. You know, he's built on what is that, the Three Little Pigs? You know, he's built of straw. Like it looks like a nice house until the wolf blows it down. You know, so
exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Topic number 2. NFL changing overtime rule.
Yes.
Do you like it or no?
Okay. This, if you want me to jump in first, this is a knee-jerk reaction. Okay. This is totally a knee-jerk reaction to what happened in the playoffs. Because yes, I watched that amazing game. You watched that amazing game. And hell yes, I wanted that game to keep going because you're like, yeah, because if he gets the ball back, he's going to score a touchdown. But that's how the game was going to go. Okay. There's the owners and the coaches were actually in disagreement with this rule. So the owners are going, they jumped on that emotional response, right?
Right.
Coaches are like, play defense, right? Like that is the coach's response is, if you don't want that to happen, play defense. Now, do I feel bad? You know, obviously we all did. We wanted that guy to go down the field and score that touchdown, but there's got to be a certain end. Obviously, because statistically, what are the teams that get the first coin toss? It's like 10-2 or something. So
yeah,
statistically, yes, that does suck. Should it happen for the regular season? No, I think it needs to stay exactly the same. And I think that's what happened, is that there was an agreement made and they said, okay, playoffs only. Like that's as far as we'll go. And that's what happened. I don't think it should be anything more than that. I don't know. I think I'm on the coach's side. Play better defense.
That's the main thing, is play better defense. Here's my take on it.
Okay.
Do I like it? In a way.
Okay.
But I think they need to change it completely. I like what the college is doing. You keep on going until you can not go anymore.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, regular season, it does not need to be changed. You don't want that. Playoffs, a lot more is in grasp of a Super Bowl. I think they go to the college. You start at the 20. If you score, then next person scores. Okay, keep on going until you defense decide, hey, I'm gonna play defense.
Yeah, I mean, look, the way the NFL is set up right now, it's a very quarterback-driven league. So someone
Yeah.
like Mahomes, yeah, give him the ball. What did he get down? He got down there in 3 plays, three
Yeah.
whole plays. He got down the field because it's Patrick Mahomes, you know. And yes, you wanted to
Exactly.
see Josh Allen have another chance. Absolutely, we all did. You're like,
Yeah.
go. It didn't happen, and and that sucks. And so I guess I'm not complete disagreement of the rule. I just don't in this situation, right? Let's do the Mahomes versus Allen situation. Um, let's say it was the opposite way, right? Or
Yeah.
let's just say Allen did get the ball back with his chance, and he goes down and scores another touchdown. The game's just continuing the same way it was in the fourth quarter, and it would never end. So some of us will go, yes, it's an all-day football game. Eventually,
Yes.
I don't know. If even I would be like, I'm gonna go stop for a little bit. Let me know how we finish. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, we've already been sitting down there for 3 hours. Do I want there another 3 hours?
Right.
I don't know. But it's very interesting, and it's easy to say play defense. But when you
Yeah.
have Mahomes and you have Allen, it's I don't know. It's dicey. I guess.
It is. It's pros and cons about the overtime, especially in the playoffs. Regular season, you really don't need to change what you have.
They get past that.
Yeah. Playoffs is probably the most talk right now. So,
Yeah.
all right. Topic number 3. Who should the Jaguars draft with their first pick?
I'll let you go first. I'm going to defer.
um, they can go corner, they can go linebacker, they can maybe go with a running back. But do you really want to go draft that early for that position? No. They built their offensive line. They even wide receiver. This draft is kind of questionable as well. So
Yeah.
I had Aiden Hutchinson, DN from Michigan. They need a defensive line as well. They lost 2 superstars in the last 5 years because of the GM and coaching. So they definitely address DN and maybe down the line a corner.
I like the trenches idea, the idea of solidifying the trenches, because there isn't a quarterback. There pretty much this whole draft is definitely questionable, and like, who do you get? So I like your trenches. I like the trenches. I'm gonna go on the other end though. I was gonna go Evan Neal from Alabama, offensive tackle, so they can continue to solidify their offensive line, and what they need is someone that can start tomorrow. They don't need, they don't need to build.
Well, they drafted a quarterback last year.
A quarterback, yeah.
Yeah, so the quarterback for the
Even
Jaguars
that
kind of
one was
information.
kind of, I don't know.
I wouldn't blame the QB last year had more head coaching
Yeah,
bad decisions
but
and
that's the reason why I think Evan Neal at offensive tackle is a
it's
good
not a bad
choice
choice.
to protect your young quarterback. So,
Yeah, I agree.
Do you normally see an offensive tackle at the first pick of the draft? No, but
No,
it's a weird
if you have
draft,
a
man.
if you have a stud defensive end that you have, it's a defensive great draft this year.
Mm-hmm.
Offense not too bad, but if you want a defensive player, this is the draft to do it.
Yeah.
So it, Evans is not a bad pickup. He's a great offensive lineman. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Also, I he yours was on my list as well, and I was all, no, I gotta be different. I gotta say something. Well, speaking of the draft, who else are we gonna talk about today?
we're talking about the Lions.
It's number 2.
Number 2, they have the number 2 pick, and they need to address a lot of things as well. It's like, where do you start? Offensive was not too bad. They don't need a running back.
No.
Goff. Do you trust a rookie or you want to trust Goff? I would rather trust Goff than a rookie.
Yeah.
Wide receiver, they can go wide receiver. They were weak against the pass. Defensive line was not too bad. Linebacker, like I said, the linebacker I will not pick in the spot. So I'm picking Ahmed Garner, corner from Cincinnati.
Okay.
They drafted a corner 2 years ago. It didn't work out. Well, he's been injured a lot. So it's like you need another corner to help protecting the help with the pass. So
this is what I say. They're not going to pick up anybody at number 2. They're not. They're going to trade that pick away. They're going to trade up. I'm guessing. I've heard different reports, but I'm going to go with the Eagles because I feel like they can get a lot out of the Eagles, and they didn't do well as usual. The Detroit Lions. Sorry, Detroit. But they're generally not that good, and they traded away Matthew Stafford, who went off to win a Super Bowl because, let's just face it, the Rams had a better team. So the Rams were built to win the Super Bowl last year, and it'd almost be depressing if they didn't win because of how much they stocked it. But we're not talking about the Rams. I'm going, they're trading away number 2, and they're going to do it to the Eagles. And yeah, they're going to trade and they're going to get multiple picks out of the Eagles. And that way they're going to take that draft. I'm going to guess in the first round, because they already have 2 picks in the first round. You have 2 already. Yeah. I'm going to say at the end of the draft, they're going to have at least 4 picks in the first round. That's just my guess. I know you can come back and slap me when the draft happens, but
no, if you have nothing going on, maybe because of injuries, wherever, I would not waste the number 2 spot for the Eagles. The Eagles need it, yes. There's a chance that they might draft a quarterback with the Eagles, but with a weak quarterback draft, the Eagles would be stupid to do it.
Well,
and I think the Lions would be stupid to do it too.
You think so? I don't know. I feel like the Lions hold a lot of cards here. And I feel like they're not going to trade. They're not going to keep that number 2. They're going to trade it away, whether it be the Eagles or someone else. But I'm pretty sure, heart of hearts, it's going to be Eagles. I'm just saying, they're trading it away.
with this pick, I almost thought that maybe they'll go Evans with this pick to help protect Goff.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would wait till your next first round pick to go with the wide receiver, or you keep on going defense. If there's another defense player that is on that board, build your defense.
Yeah. Best player.
Because they don't need it anyway.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. You can laugh at me all day.
Hey.
Listen, I'm sure when this call is over, you're going to be chuckling and you're going to be laughing, and I won't be able to hear you. So, yeah, but
So, topic number 5.
right.
Doc Rivers blamed James Harden for the loss to the Pistons.
Sure as hell sounded like it.
He did.
Yeah. I watched the game, and I don't know why he blamed him. Was he expecting more point? I mean, it's not like he gave him nothing. He put up like 18 points or something like that.
15 points, I think 7 assists. Not horrible, but not the best.
Not
player.
Amazing. I mean, did he? Listen, the Sixers had the game all the way through the fourth quarter. Like, it was their game. And then suddenly the other team was just like, nah, we're taking it. Oh, what happened? Defense failed. Even Harden, I think, on one play was kind of like, ooh, in the fourth quarter. But it wasn't just Harden. It was the whole team. They lost all control of whatever the hell they were doing through the first 3 quarters. They looked awesome, but I don't know.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is it one player team, or is it a whole team team?
Yeah, it's a team sport, man.
Exactly. I would not blame James Harden for the loss. You have 4 other players that could not play defense in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And to blame James Harden, that's the most stupidest thing you would done as a head coach.
100% agree with you.
Because if I was James Harden, I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah. Well,
didn't
the same coach do this to was it Simmons? I want to say earlier in the year or something like that. He called out another player. This is what he does. He calls out players, and you go, dude.
He's a great coach. Don't get me wrong. He's a great coach, but that was just making you look bad,
right?
As a head coach. So I was like, I get if it was a Westbrook, I would definitely say, yeah. I want to put the blame fully on Westbrook for the Lakers loss or the Lakers season, but that's another topic. But down the road, but
I mean, you can't put the whole thing on Harden.
No.
And he wasn't even like the top scorer. Oh my God, what's his name?
Embiid.
Yes, I couldn't say his name. Yes, he was balling out. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. The Sixers looked like a great team up until the fourth quarter. They were doing a great job, and then suddenly you go, Am I watching the same team right now? What is happening? Literally had the lead for 3 quarters.
Jordan had bad games. LeBron had bad games before. Steph Curry has bad games before. Of course, you cannot be Mr. High power offense every single game. It doesn't happen like that.
Also, like, you had the other team. I mean, you had the rest of your team doing well, right? And it wasn't all on Harden's shoulders the entire game. And he played a moderate game. It was okay. He didn't play terrible.
No.
Not at all. So it's not like it was in the last seconds he lost the ball and the other, like, nothing like that happened. It's just the whole team just imploded in the fourth quarter. And you don't know why or how, but you can't put that on one man.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens going forward, but I don't know. I don't get it. I watched the same game, and the fact that he put that all on Harden's shoulders is just beyond me. So
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Guys, thank you for watching us with our goofiness and craziness. Like,
Well,
subscribe,
I
watch.
John, I feel like that's the whole reason why people not really they just want our goofiness, and that's I feel
I
like
like
that's all.
that too.
Yeah, maybe some info, some sports talk, but I feel like the goofiness. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Well, guys, make sure you like and subscribe, and see you Monday.
See you Monday.